Welcome to the Prompt Live. Today, AI is your career coach, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. You've been applying to jobs. You know you can do the work, but the responses aren't coming. And deep down, you're wondering if your background is the problem. Fear not. It's not your skills. It's your resume. It still speaks to the language of where you've been instead of where you're trying to go. My friend texted me with the exact same problem last week, and I was able to help her. 15 applications, no responses, 10 years of real experience. So we did something about it. And today I'm going to show you the exact 3 prompts I used to fix her resume. And you can use them for your pivot too. In under 20 minutes, you'll have your hidden transferable skills surface. You'll have 2 best target roles and their salaries, and a resume that finally speaks the right language. Let's start with your resume. So the first thing I did was I pasted in her teaching resume. My friend's an elementary school teacher, and she wants to transition into a corporate trainer position. And really wants to highlight her years of teaching experience into the corporate world. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to ask AI to be her career coach, helping her transition from a teaching position into a corporate role. And you can use any AI platform. Today I'm using ChatGPT, but you can use Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, it doesn't matter. So in addition to the role as a career coach, in addition, we want to first highlight, we want to do a skills assessment. So we want to highlight all of her skills, including transferable skills and also skills that she's not maybe been able to identify within her teaching role that would be beneficial to a corporate trainer role. And then lastly, we want our career coach to identify any skill gaps. We're going to include her resume. All right, so once I did that, you'll see boom, I've got at least 15 additional skills AI was able to identify that weren't even listed on her resume. So you'll start to see things like classroom management restructured into group facilitation and conflict resolution, more corporate language. The point is, she's doing corporate trainer work for years and calling it teaching. Corporate trainer has been in her DNA, and with her career coach using ChatGPT, we'll be able to highlight those skills into a transferable new position. So from there, now that AI, the ChatGPT, has identified the transferable skills, we're next going to ask ChatGPT to suggest 4 to 5 corporate titles that would be a strong pivot. So that's going to be our second prompt, pivot roles and salary ranges. So from the skills that we've identified in the resume, we're going to ask for 4 to 5 corporate titles that would be a strong fit. And then for each role, why those roles are easy transfer, and then any missing skill sets. And then to pick up those 5 roles, 2 of the best fit and rank them. And this is really the money moment. AI gives her 5 corporate roles that match. So from corporate trainer, learning and development specialist, instructional designer, and you'll see with each position, it's highlighting why the skills are transferable, the likely skill gaps. So you'll be able to ask AI, and we'll do that in our final step to create a 30-day action plan. But in addition, the typical salary range. Obviously, if you're going to make a career transition, you want to make sure that financially it's a sound transition. And so there's no surprises in terms of what that new role may pay. So in addition to that, AI is going to, ChatGPT here has highlighted what those 2 best fits are. We see it's a corporate trainer as well as a learning and development specialist. So this is where most people freeze, where they don't even know what to Google. They don't know what those specific job titles are, what's missing, and what they pay. So we have all of that. Now we can take it one step further. Now that we know the roles that we should be looking and applying for, we need to be ready to apply. So what we're going to do prompt 3, the resume rewrite from those top roles. The next steps would be to rewrite my resume into bullets from the top 2 recommended roles. In this case, it was corporate trainer and learning and development specialist, customer education. And then we're going to say, use my existing experience, but make it sound like I've been doing the corporate work my whole career. One thing we do want to add in here as well is we want to ensure AI has a tendency to hallucinate. So we also want to add, do not invent experience. We want to be transparent about our experience, but we don't want to fudge anything. So that's the real cheat code. We don't want to change the truth. We change the translation so corporate hiring managers can finally see it. Same truth, corporate language. All right, so now we have a custom resume rewritten to fit any customer education, learning and development role, or corporate trainer language. The next prompt is going to be the bridge. This is where AI gives us a concrete bridge between where you are and the new roles. So we highlighted above the skill gaps that you may have in your current position related to what you want to do. So with that, what we're going to ask ChatGPT, give me a realistic 30-day plan to become more competitive for customer education and corporate trainer roles. Based on my background and the gaps identified, include what to learn, what to build and practice. Essentially, what I can do to become more competitive over the next 30 days. All right, so with that, we have a 30-day action plan. And what this last piece is essentially it's your bridge. AI didn't say quit your job and go back to school. It's giving you concrete steps over the next 30 days where you can improve your skills. So for example, we see days 1 through 7 could be 2 free LinkedIn learning courses. And week 2, you're going to look at training parents on Google Classroom. That would translate into adult education and facilitation. Week 3 could be something like working on your portfolio. Build 1 sample training module that you can include in your portfolio to potential employers. Realistic, measurable portfolio ready in 30 days. Things that you don't have to quit your day job to do, but will help you improve your skills and become more competitive. So here's what we've been able to build in under 20 minutes. We've identified 5 roles that you already have the skills to pivot into. You just didn't know it. We've identified 2 target positions plus the real world salary ranges. We've rewritten your resume that now speaks to the language of where you're going, not just where you've been. And we have a 30-day action plan to be able to bridge and close any gaps without turning your life upside down. So for you, you've got 3 prompts that you can follow. Find my hidden and transferable skills. Prompt 2, show me my best pivot roles and what they typically pay. And prompt 3, rewrite my resume bullets and give me a 30-day plan to become more competitive. You'll want to copy those, paste your own resume, and run this on yourself sometime this week. And you do, we'd love to hear in the notes section what you discovered, especially if it's a role you never knew you were already qualified for. And that's the Prompt Life.